Super Smash Bros., Nintendo's classic party fighter that's brought together not only some of the most iconic characters in gaming history, but fans of gaming worldwide. It's the kind of game anyone can pick up and play and just have a good time. I think it speaks volumes when I say that fighting games are possibly my least favorite genre, and yet Smash Bros. Is easily one of my favorite franchises in gaming to date. Whether you're playing with friends in a casual setting or duking it out competitively, Super Smash Bros. Appeals to such a wide scope of players and has stayed incredibly consistent through every iteration. And the games remain enjoyable for years. Ever since picking it up the day it launched, Super Smash Bros. Brawl has remained one of my most played and most enjoyed multiplayer games, the way Super Smash Bros. Melee did before it. But with every new entry comes the expectation of new playable characters, and our minds start to buzz with possibilities. We all have our favorites, be they a safe bet or so far out of the realm of possibility that one has to question the sanity of such a person. But today we're going to be taking a look at my personal picks. So without further ado, these are my top 10 most wanted fighters in Super Smash Bros. Oh look, it's that pick again. Ugh. I'm sorry to dig up ancient history here, but I just don't care. I want Geno. I want Geno. And why not? He's awesome. He's a twinkly star that's possessed a child's doll to help save the world from no longer being granted any magical wishes. That sounded way cooler in my head. As for his moveset, he could shoot people with his BB pellet arm thing, and even fire his magic wooden fists of fury, because that's an attack. But even cooler, maybe his special attacks could all have a charging effect similar to his special moves in Mario RPG. But instead of working like Samus's charge shot, they'd have to be pressed, held without letting go, and released with precise timing to achieve maximum damage. His Geno Beam could do significant damage to anyone unlucky enough to get in its way, resulting in a pretty awesome gimping technique to keep any pesky opponents from recovering. The same could even apply for his Geno Boost, allowing him to power up his physical attacks. Maybe it's his iconic design that's just tugging at my nostalgic heartstrings. Or maybe it's his badass laser cannon attacks. Maybe it's that self-assured nod he gives at the end of every battle that just makes me feel so warm inside. I don't care. I don't care. He's just too cool, and I would love so much to be able to just wreck the competition with him in Smash Bros. But thanks to Square Enix, that's likely never gonna happen. But hey, I'm sure Square Enix would let Nintendo make Lightning a playable character, right? That's just as good, right? Right? No more Lightning. No more Lightning. No more Lightning. Oh well, at least I can enjoy his cameo in Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Geno! Why'd you have to go, Geno? Why'd you go? Why'd you have to go? Why'd you have to go? I loved you, man. I loved you. This minigame sucks.
Que mi o mi que mi o mi que o mi na mi o mi que o mi na o.
Yeah, this one's a bit of a stretch, but I'm gonna let it slide considering KK Slider is one of my favorite Nintendo characters ever, and this is my list, so kindly leave your opinions about what a silly peahat I am in the comments below, being of course as cruel and heartless as possible, because I don't care. Only kidding, I care, please don't hurt me with your words, I'm just a man. With the introduction of the Animal Crossing Villager, it's officially become possible for unlikely characters to be represented in Nintendo's All-Star Brawler, so why not KK? Yeah, I get that he may not have access to any item the way the Villager does, but he's still got his guitar, his voice, and most importantly, his charm. Yeah, nope, bad idea, nope. But hey, he could have DJ KK as his alternate costume. That is KK Slider, right? Wait a minute. What if KK is really like the Nurse Joys and Officer Jenny's in Pokemon and has a ton of identical twins? That would explain how he's able to be in every town at once. Oh my crepes. I I think I just ruined Christmas. But seriously, one way to expand his moveset could be him adopting certain parts of his songs. Like with Surfin' KK, he could pull out a surfboard and hang 10 on solid ground. Then he could bust out KK Metal and do an AoE scream attack like Kirby in Superstar. And just when you think he's out of moves, he goes full on KK Western mode with a revolver and shoots his opponents like a true cow dog. But the best idea would be KK Groove, where he just stops the entire match and grooves out, causing everyone to just go into groove mode and groove like the groovy groovers they are. Everybody wins. Oh yeah. So chill. So groove. Groovelicious. Groove to the groove. Yeah, check it. Groove.
Na, oh, Nami.
You all saw it coming. There's gotta be one Namco character on this list, and my pick goes to the classic, the fan favorite, Pac Klonoa! Klonoa, the cat guy. Honestly, I've never really been a big Namco fan. I mean, I never really got way into Pac-Man, although I'm not sure why, considering I'm amazing at it. And the only Soul Calibur I've really ever enjoyed was the one with Link, so yeah. Nightmare isn't making this list. Either is that lady, though she's... she's a pretty... Ew. Oh, I'll stop now. But I wanted to include a Namco character, and so who did I go to? The adorable Klonoa, of course. Sorry, Lloyd, but I like Yuri better than you. And he's never really been on a Nintendo console as far as I know, so... yeah. Gonna have to put you on the bench. That's okay, you'll get him next time, champ. Be a next time. I'm lying. I'm lying to him. To make him feel better about not being in Smash Bros. I don't think it's working. I'm kinda scared right now. I feel like he's staring at me. It's making me feel self-conscious. Klonoa is a pretty interesting character. Born on the PlayStation, Klonoa inhabited that weird gaming period where 2D wasn't quite 2D and 3D wasn't quite 3D. The awkward teenage stage of such hidden gems as Toomba and Mischief Makers was rather prevalent during those times. But Klonoa was one of those rare cases that actually made it out of obscurity, for the most part anyway. And lo and behold, he's landed several games on Nintendo platforms, which means he may have more of a shot? Maybe? Klonoa could have a pretty unique moveset, one that I presume would focus pretty heavily on grabs, considering that's kind of all he does. But why did I choose this character again? Thanks to his ring and wind bullets, which is apparently what they're called. Weird. He could be one tricky customer, snatching people from afar like Olimar and carrying them around like Donkey Kong, only for an extended period of time and doing who knows what with them. Seriously, does anybody know? Because I'm drawing a blank here. Okay, I didn't really think this one through, but I'm sure they could give him some basic fighting attacks similar to what they did with Sonic. Look at those ears. I'm sure he could use them for more than just his recovery. Like, he could whap people upside the head with them. I mean, hell, he'd probably just do that by turning around, right? And those mitts, oh man, those look deadly. And fangs, he's got fangs. He can bite the competition with his deadly, all right, fine. Okay, look, I'll admit it. I like his design. He's got a Pac-Man on his hat. A freaking Pac-Man on his hat. And I'm not the only one who likes him, if you know what I'm saying. No. Now, I haven't really finished any of the Golden Sun games, despite somehow owning all of them, but I have to admit, it's a solid franchise with some pretty memorable characters. And standing out from the crowd is the original Golden Sun's lead character, Isaac. Not only does he have an awesome design, see he's got that whole cloud look going on with the blonde spiky hair and the disaffected badass expression, but it's also his skills that help him stand out from the rest. This is one of my picks that feels like a no-brainer. He can be a mixed attacker, switching between melee and ranged combat with his sword and psi attacks, kind of like a male version of Zelda, if she ever used that sword. Yeah, way to go, Zelda. You really showed him. No one knows how to drop a sword quite like you do. With such a wide variety of magic at his disposal, Isaac could be a devastatingly awesome character. And his final smash, Genie summon. Sure, he was a pretty lame assist trophy in Brawl, only using his push synergy to annoy everyone on the field. But didn't Little Max start out as an assist trophy too? And not only that, but in the latest Nintendo Direct, Sakurai somehow failed to show him off during the assist trophy segment. Coincidence? I think not. Here's hoping we see Isaac score a coveted position in Smash 4's roster. Especially since it seems like the other Isaac isn't faring too well on the other side of the blue ocean. Guess what time it is? No! 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 Number 6 is Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles, not Rhine time. If you haven't heard by now, Xenoblade Chronicles is an amazing new RPG that came out on Wii back in 2011. And Shulk is the primary protagonist, a dude who's both smart and skilled with a sword. Partly because that sword lets him see the future, but I digress. I always liked Shulk because he's not that typical whiny JRPG protagonist, and instead of lamenting the passing of a dear friend and secluding himself like a whiny hermit crab, he decides to take matters into his own hands, saving the world and avenging his friend. Thanks to the Monado, Shulk will be a very appealing character to play as. He could use his enchant talent art to boost his attack power, similar to the Wii Fit Trainer's deep breathing technique, and then lash out with a Monado Busta for massive damage. His ability to see the future could make for some seriously interesting evasive skills. And maybe he could even use Light Heal to shrug off some damage. Now, taking all of these various talents into account, one particular move comes to mind. Battle Soul. What if Shulk had a meter similar to Little Mac's power meter, and every time it reached a high enough amount, it would allow him to use certain talents like the Light Heal I mentioned earlier. And going back to Battle Soul, a skill that allows you to sacrifice half of Shulk's HP to refill a portion of his talent gauge, maybe that would allow Shulk to become a rather strategic character, alternating from defensive to high risk, high reward. Personally, I think such a dynamic playstyle would be seriously cool and really fitting for such a unique character. Shulk, I love you, man. Corny British accent and all. No! Hey, you made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. I have nothing for you. If you want to watch part 2 of this list, go ahead and click the link in the annotation there, and all shall be revealed. And hey, if you like this video, go ahead and, hit like, because that's what it's for. And if you want to stay up to date with all my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Facebook, links in the description. Thanks for your support, guys. I really appreciate it, and I hope to keep you entertained. I'll see you in part 2.